Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and a Lego set, and I'm here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker and you don't want to say anything, you just want to hang out, that's also okay. I get you. I see you. I understand you. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. I lurk in a bunch of things. It's a bunch of times where, like, especially streams on both ends. Streams where there's like a ton of people and I would just be kind of like whispering into the void. Like, I don't worry about that. And also, sometimes when there's not a lot of people, like we got here, where we're like small but mighty, yeah, sometimes when I'm in like somebody that's got like 10 viewers, I don't chat because I might need to carry the weight of the chat for a while. You know what I mean? If it's a very interactive stream, or the streamer wants it to be an interactive stream and is looking for that. I get it. Lord Crashton says, hey Pat, hope things are going well and keep up the great work. Thank you so much for 65 months. That's so many months. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in chat. Let's thank Lord Crashington for the continued support. Thank you, Lord Crashington. Means a lot. Appreciate you. 65 months is a whole lot of months. So thank you very much for that. You're just a few months away from great numbers. Which among the flowers just raided? Welcome. Hello, Raider. And folks coming in on the stream. I've just really kicked things off here. But yeah, I appreciate the witch raid. This is very early in the stream. I've only been going for a few minutes. We haven't even started working on the model kit yet because we're finishing up a kit. We'll do that right now. Let's go over to the overhead camera. Hey, here's what I've been working on. This is the Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd L. Oh, and Lord Crashton wants me to dance button. I barely talked about this. Yes, welcome. I'm happy to get the recommendation. So thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. What just happened is Lord Crashington redeemed the dance button. And what that means is my channel points go to a few things. I've got to answer a question. I would do it anyway. I will ring a real physical bell. I will press a sound effect that just says, yeah. And most commonly pressed, the dance button, where I will play a song that won't get me into any DMCA troubles, and that I will kind of dance around, and you can as well. This one is vaguely Christmassy, but also feels a little like Caribbean, and I like it. There's a new song every month, and here's this song. You know what I mean? It's like, feels holidays, but also feels like, I don't know, there's like this, one of these fake instruments feels a little steel drumish. You know what I mean? It's not a steel drum, but it's like going for steel drum. There you go. Just a little bit of something. This used to be the ska button, and I would just go through a lot of ska music that was Creative Commons and I could use, and then evolved into the dance button over the years. Brain Pan Chicken says Pat Bear is my favorite video game wrestling referee. I appreciate that. There's only a few of us in this world, but I am one of them. I have refereed for people playing wrestling video games. One of my favorite things about PAX was the one year that I was at Dan Reichert and Patrick Klepek were doing a panel at PAX where they were competing against one another in a variety of games, and they got to the point where, it's time to do these games, and Patrick just like jokingly said, hey Pat, do you have your referee jersey? And I did. So then I just put it on and came up and refereed. I just had it with me because I needed it later in that day for League of Heels where I was refereeing. And then eventually I stopped refereeing for League of Heels because I was too busy producing and doing my actual love, which was, of course, interviews, because that lets me be very silly. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. For folks that are new to the shenanigans here, I build model kits and Lego sets. This kit was just a bunch of different pieces of plastic that were not joined together on previous streams, and now it's almost complete. We are working on the shield that is also a sword that is also a machine gun, which is pretty cool. I do like kits that have big weapons, big silly weapons, because yeah, lots of kits have laser swords, and that's awesome. Or big guns, also awesome. But like modular weapons, that's pretty fun. So we're going to continue working on that. We've got these parts here, and then we need to snap on to these parts. We're going to put something on the front and then stuff on the back, and we're going to continue to work on that. We're doing that right now, and of course we'll chit chat and all of that and hang out. One thing I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, I thought it would be fun since we're here on a stream on Twitch. The stream awards, the Twitch stream awards happened, and I was like, I wonder if I know anyone that won. If I know anyone that's won, or like personally, or if I recognize the names of any of the winners. I thought it'd be kind of good. So I went to go look up the results, and this is kind of interesting to me. I don't know if it's interesting to you, but it's interesting to me. None of the major websites that focus on video games, which obviously lots of people play stuff on Twitch, none of those sites talked about the game or the stream awards at all. Of course, they'll cover the game awards this week, but none of them talked about the stream awards, like legit zero mentions. And I was like, okay. Well, where am I going to find the results? And I ended up on Sports Illustrated's website to find the results, because Sports Illustrated has an esports page or hub, which I didn't know. It makes sense, I guess, to at least have some sort of that. But yes, there is a esports page here. I don't think I watch enough Twitch to recognize any streamers that would be at the Stream Awards. Yeah, I mean, like, that's totally fair, right? Or maybe you do spend time on Twitch, but never on twitch.tv, the front page where you would get recommended very popular streamers. You're there for like niche interests, right? So let's go through the winners here. Anna Kremling is our first winner here. Had no clue there was a Stream Awards, just the Stream Awards. Yeah, the Steam Awards. Steam Awards are a thing, Lord Crash. And when I was talking about the Steam Awards, Stream Awards are a thing. And then, of course, there's the Game Awards. There's also, very recently, speaking of even more niche, some independent VTubers have put together a VTuber Awards. I believe nominations or voting is closed on that. But that is happening. And there's some VTubing stuff going on in this one. So the first award given out, or the first listed award here, I should say, is Best Strategy Game Streamer. And the winner is Anna Kremling. Now, I do know who Anna Kremling is, because she is a chess pro that became a streamer. She is gorgeous, and that helps certainly. But she's also very good at chess. She is literally a chess pro. She is the daughter of a grandmaster and another grandmaster. Both her parents are grandmasters in chess. She's not a grandmaster yet, but she's certainly on her way. I am aware of her from clips, so I did know that she exists and she's doing things. And yeah, I mean, sure, that chess is a strategy game, fair enough, right? Let's see. So Sports Illustrated, or Esports Illustrated, I should say, that's what they call it, which I'll say it's pretty good. Calling it Esports Illustrated is a pretty good idea. She has 457,000 followers on Twitch. That's a lot. On that 500,000 creep. Best creative arts streamer went to Plague Boy Max, who I have never heard of. He is part of FaZe, which I am somewhat familiar with the name FaZe. He's a FaZe Clan person, and he apparently has he does music production, and so a lot of his streams, I guess, involve that, which is a creative art. So cool. I don't know. Again, don't know him, do know his clan. Best MOBA streamer is Cadril. And I have no idea who this is because I don't watch people playing League of Legends. So I wouldn't know. And he's the founder of a European League of Legends team called Los Ratones, which is cool. I have not heard of this next person, which is kind of the point. The Hidden Gem Award went to Cartoon Therapy. Cartoon Therapy is a social worker who blends, comedic animations with mental health and wellness education. And that sounds rad. He has 4,000 followers. So he is definitely a small streamer that does have twice as many followers as I do. Not a competition, but it is interesting to me that, like, oh yeah, he's a small streamer. And apparently this award obviously is highlighting small streamers with high quality content. I'm sure his numbers have gone up since this. I mean, I don't know the actual views for these things, but you would imagine that some people who like a streamer that was nominated would be doing like watch-alongs, probably. Like someone nominated to do a watch-along, and their fans may hear and go, oh, that sounds interesting. So yeah, that sounds good. It's kind of the point. I don't know who that is. Best speedrun streamer, Squeaks. I do not know who Squeaks is. Apparently, he is part of the Mario 64 speedrun community. When I watch streams, I check out the streamers with 100 or less views because I like being able to actually converse with the streamer and not drowned out by their chat messages. Yeah, totally. And we were talking about this actually, funnily enough. We were talking about this at the beginning of the stream, where I am fine with lurker behavior. Lurkers are welcome because sometimes I lurk a lot because either you're in a big stream and it's like, I'm not, the noise ratio won't work, or you're in a small stream and you feel like, oh, I just want to like watch you play this video game or paint or whatever. I am watching a man fix a very expensive watch. And I don't want to bother him by writing some bullshit with like, I really like the colors. Like, what do I know? No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to chill and watch. I know some people that like, some people watch streams on their phone while they're working, that kind of thing, or on their monitor while they're doing stuff. And so, being a chill place is important. So I understand the lurker mentality. Now, sometimes as a streamer, I can tell you, sometimes chat is real slow on some streams, and it would be nice if some of the lurkers were saying anything or reacting to what I say, because this is an interactive medium. But I also understand, and I'm never mad about that. Sometimes I'm a little bummed, I'll be honest, but I'm never mad that people aren't active in the chat. Moving on here, again, I don't know who Squeaks is, but that sounds fun. Best Battle Royale streamer went to Nice Wig with 2 G's. Apparently, he is a streamer and content creator for 100 Thieves, and he focuses on Apex Legends. And he was formerly a professional Apex Legends player who has moved into the world of streaming. I have no idea who this is. If he is wearing a wig, it's a very good wig, but he has great hair if that's his real hair. That's my impressive commentary on that. Good on him. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't need those people, and my commentary is not endorsement in any way, shape, or form, because they are streamers with a big enough following, so statistically, they are indeed either monsters or will be discovered to be monsters any day now. So again, This is not endorsement of any of these people, because statistically, the best fighting game streamer went to Salmon, and I do know who that is, because he does a lot of commentary for fighting game tournaments and such. So I am aware of him. And let's see, best sports streamer went to Kyle Sketch Cox, who goes by the username The Sketch Reel. Sports and gaming content. I don't know anything about this person. Yeah, okay. Clicks won for best Fortnite streamer. That's right. Fortnite is so big, there's literally a category for it at the award. Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is a category for best, best Fortnite streamer. And Cody Clicks Conroad won that. And he's been playing Fortnite since day one, and that's great. Good for him. I'm glad he won, I guess. Best roleplay streamer, which is he plays World of Warcraft and football themed stuff, and he is the co-owner. This is Esfand TV. I never heard, no idea. He is the co-owner of One True King, which is a gaming organization, and he also owns the PC business Starforge Systems, which I have heard of, so I at least am somewhat aware. But again, not uber aware of this person or what they're up to or into. The best FPS streamer went to... JYNXZI. Jinxie, I think, is probably how you say it. He is primarily creates content playing Rainbow Six Siege. Rising Star Award recognizes a creator who began the year with under 1,000 subscribers. And this went to Mr. Arthur. Mr. Arthur went from under 1,000 subscribers to over 110,000 followers on Twitch. And does a lot of chatting and reaction streams. So, yeah. Obviously, they say going from under 1,000 subscribers to 110,000 followers. We don't know how many subscribers that is, but that's, with the numbers and stuff, we can say that's probably 10,000 to 20,000 followers to 1,000 subscribers, doing some very, very rude math on that. But yeah, that's still great. The stream game of the year went to Chain Together. Yeah, the Chain Together is an incredibly popular game on streaming platforms, especially for multiplayer stuff. A lot of people really like playing that game, both on Twitch and YouTube. Makes total sense that game would that people would be talking up that game, and that it would win an award like that. Let's see, I need 31 and 32. Got it. Best content organization, FaZe Clan. I mean, one of them won an award, so yeah. We already talked about Plague Boy, Max. FaZe members broke multiple personal records during the 2000 subathon, and they got the best content. League of Their Own, which is let's see. I don't know what League of Their Own means. I think this might be hey, we want to give somebody an award, like not that. This is not about women playing baseball. I'm gonna guess that League of Their Own is just kind of like their like special honors, like the honorary Oscar kind of category. That is my quick guess here. The winner of that is Pirate Software, the owner of the studio Pirate Software. You may know him as the deep voice guy. The guy with the really deep voice who you always get stuff recommended to you. You always get recommendations of him on like YouTube shorts of like the guy that does quick drawings in MS Paint and has this deep ass voice that is shockingly deep. Thor, I believe his name is, and I know that he used to work at Blizzard, and his dad was like a founding member of Blizzard. Yes, so you do know who Thor is based on what I've just said there. Yeah. You're always getting recommended his stuff on YouTube Shorts. He's got the deep voice. And Jacksepticeye gave the award. And Jack said he once played one of Pirate Software's games early in his career. So that's kind of fun. So far, Anna is the only person you know. Yeah. I know Pirate Software, again, for those things I've mentioned. I know this next person because he appeared in a WWE event. Best IRL streamer goes to iShowSpeed. Best IRL streamer, constantly out interacting with fans, and that he's just out there doing IRL content. But yeah, I know him from getting involved in a Logan Paul wrestling match. And I had never heard of him prior to that, but I have heard of him now. I am, again, culturally aware of this dude and his life. I don't know much, but at least I was like, yeah, I know what iShowSpeed is. I'm aware of that. Let's see. Best stream collab went to Kai Cenat. I don't know. My apologies. Did apparently a collaboration with Kevin Hart and Drewski this summer. And so he won an award for having famous comedians hang out with him. One more famous than the other. But still. And then best streamed event went for Streamer Games, which was Ludwig's. Did a streaming tournament, and that won best stream event. To me, I mean, I don't know if it was eligible due to timing, but to me, if you're talking about best stream event, you're talking about Iron Mouse's subathons, because those are a fucking treat and very cool, and for a very good cause. So I would argue a bit about that one, but whatever. I didn't vote in this. Best marathon stream went to Kai Cenat for the Mafiathon, which was, I guess, big deal. Little Uzi showed up. Oh, I do know this one. If I remember correctly, I think that he got swatted during it. Like, I think someone swatted his address, the address of where he was doing the event during the event. I do not know. I believe this is audience vote. I believe there's a website audience vote. This is not a peers vote. I believe this is purely audience. So, obviously, bigger audience you have who you can mobilize, better your chances of doing well at the awards, right? And then best VTuber went to Iron Mouse, who of course could not accept in person, but Iron Mouse did it. Unlike when Iron Mouse won the Game Awards, and they didn't have her live via satellite, and they were like, no, there's not a best swatting category. I believe in the best marathon, the winner of the best marathon got swatted during the event. of their location got swatted. So I believe that is that was that, but it wasn't for the swatting. Although maybe it helped. But yeah, when the Stream Awards or the Game Awards, I should say, gave the award for best VTuber to Iron Mouse, they didn't cut to her, but they did cut to her here at the Stream Awards. So that's nice. But yeah, Iron Mouse has a ridiculous amount of followers and subscribers, and is a great streamer and a fun time. An incredible singing voice, trained operatic singer, and just like for someone that has just an unbelievably impressively large audience. Like, obviously, as you build up an audience and your audience grows, you lose control over that audience. Iron Mouse's audience is, like, really, like, decent. You know what I mean? And that's, like, the best you can hope for when you have an audience of that size. Like, her audience is, like, genuinely pretty fucking cool. And it's rough. It's rough. It's just very hard to do that. And then... iShowSpeed won for Best International Streamer, which feels like an odd category, but okay. And then we're almost done with this. Best Breakout Streamer went to Jason the Ween, who is a part of FaZe. It does gaming and comedy streams. And I don't know. He broke out this year, I guess. Best Variety Streamer went to RDC Gaming. Fighting games and comedy content. They're a group. Best Chatting went to Kai Cenat, who's won. That's their third award. Streamer's Choice Award, which I get, went to Npul, who I don't know anything about. Legacy Award, Legacy Award is just probably, I guess they're like, hey, we're honoring the greats of streaming. Went to Shroud. And the Sapphire Award, which I don't know what that is. Let me see here. Sapphire Award highlights female and marginalized gender creators who impact the streaming sphere. And that went to Cena. You may have noticed that almost outside of strategy, the award for folks that are not male and the VTuber Award, all of the winners have been dudes. So, and the fact that any award outside of this one went to a woman is, kind of surprising. Not necessarily for VTubers, because that is not exclusively for the realm of female identifying folks, but mostly. And then, so she won Sapphire Award, and then Casio won Gamer of the Year, or Queso. His name is Queso, that's right. His name is Queso. He won Gamer of the Year. Congratulations, Queso. I am aware of you. And then Streamer of the Year went to iShowSpeed, who is Best International Streamer and Best IRL Streamer, and also Streamer of the Year. So a lot of the same people winning. I am aware of, I would say, 7 of these people. I have watched regularly the streams of 2 of those people. I am not the typical person for this, I am not the core person that would know that this existed. We did not talk about there. But yeah, that's where we're at there. I have watched Pirate Software streams on occasion, and I have watched Iron Mouse quite a bit, because Iron Mouse's streams are fun, and Iron Mouse is fun. But yeah, there are some people who, I am a little surprised didn't win any of these categories that are big, so we'll say this. Do FaZe members vote on this? I mean, I don't know. Probably. I don't know the criteria of this. I can go to the Stream Awards. Let's see if I can find the Stream Awards website and see if they tell me how voting works. That's probably good to know. I could have probably done the Stream Awards. I could have probably. Oh, I have to give them permission for that thing. Okay, right. FAQ. Let's see. Final categories. General categories. Okay. I already submitted a form. Can I change it? Sure. Nominees were in October. I guess this is just the FAQ about that. General questions. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not finding the information easily. Voting, vote for favorite nominee, started November 11th, ended November 26th. Okay, so here's the answers. The award winners are determined with a weighted combination of popular vote, 70%, and panelist vote, 30%, to give the fans, to give voice to the fans, but maintain some integrity. I don't know what the panel is. QT Cinderella is the person that put this together. But yes, I unfortunately, and it's been going since 2021. I cannot tell you who is one of the who were on the panels. Mountain Dew is a sponsor. They're one of the 3 sponsors. Oh, okay. So I'll say this. Maybe one of the reasons why the fact that there aren't a lot of there's only one category here about a video game. There are categories that are like, best IRL streamer, best first person streamer, best whatever. You may have remembered that we talked about best Fortnite streamer. There was one game that had that. Fortnite is one of the 3 sponsors of the Stream Awards. PC Game Pass, Fortnite, and Mountain Dew are the big, we put these on the website. So yeah, maybe that has something to do with why they give a big shout out to Fortnite. Maybe. Or Fortnite is obviously still so fucking popular that there are so many Fortnite streamers that are of note that you had to call it out. Yes, indeed, Lord Christian, perhaps collusion. Yeah, iShowSpeed has a lot. iShowSpeed has a lot of questionable stuff to talk about there. Let's see. Does iShowSpeed still have a very long controversies page on Wikipedia? Because sometimes these get edited and stuff. Let's see. No longer does that, unfortunately. iShowSpeed used to have a controversies and issues, and that is no longer there on his Wikipedia page. Seems to be mostly focusing on his music and streams. Epic Games and the members of FaZe get together in a back room. Yeah, I mean, I am not making... Hey! I don't make unfounded accusations. We'll leave it at that. I don't make unfounded accusations. It's interesting. It's interesting there's the best Fortnite. But again, Fortnite is hugely popular. But nobody who focuses on Fortnite won any other categories, so I don't know. All right, we are almost done with this machine gun shield that also can turn into a sword. So we'll get that. We'll get this almost done here. And then we can wrap up this kit and then build some Lego, which will be fun. Let's see. We unfortunately always have to fucking talk about this stuff. So let's talk about there are more layoffs happening in the games industry, but because it's Monday, there weren't that many. You know what I mean? There was only some this week. And as we get closer to Christmas, this becomes more and more fucking terrible. Obviously, always bad, but particularly bad. Life is Strange. Double Exposure's developer, Deck 9 Games, has laid off an undisclosed amount of people. And they posted about it on LinkedIn. They were ahead of it a little bit. They let some people go. Double Exposure came out on the 29th of October. And continues on from there. This is their second round of layoffs. They laid off 20% of its workforce in February of this year, and they also laid off 30 people last year. And again, we do not know how many people have been laid off here. If you are big into the video game Suicide Squad, you probably already know that shit's falling apart. That's a great question. So this kit, I can look this up actually. This is the size of this kit, or the style of this kit, is called a high grade. There are different grades for different kits in the Bandai kinds of model kits here. This particular one is a high grade, which means that it is the second easiest grade to build. Entry grade is the beginning, high grade, master grade, and then perfect grade is the very top end. Those are the most expensive and the most detailed and very large and detailed. So let me see. I can actually look this up. This kit, let's see here. Order details. This kit cost me $24. This is an older kit. This is from the year 2014. A new high grade that came out in the year 2024 is probably going to run you between $25 and $30. They've gone up a bit in price over the years. Older kits can sometimes be expensive because they are popular and maybe they didn't make a lot of them. This kit, again, $25. I could probably find it in a store for $20 where they were like, oh yeah, we've got 4 of those. Yeah, we marked it as $20. Or I might find it in a place where also their shipping is higher than Amazon, which is where I get a lot of my kits. I wish I could buy locally. If I was able to, I would always buy locally, but unfortunately there are no shops that sell a lot of kits in my area. Occasionally there's places that pop up. But that's usually an afterthought. Like a card shop will have like some model kits, but they're always like the most popular things that I've already built. Would you say these are beginner friendly? Yeah. I mean, these are snap kits, especially kits that come out in the year, like a modern kit, any kit from like 2020 on, maybe even 2018 on, are fairly straightforward in the ability to follow along and understand what's needed. You don't need glue. I like using snipper clips. You could use wire cutters. You could use kitchen shears. You know, like you could figure out ways to make these to make it work without having a lot of expensive equipment. There is a line that Bandai makes specifically for people that are trying to get into the hobby, which is called entry grade, or EG. Entry grade kits are small. They don't have a lot of pieces. They're usually $10 to $15. They sometimes have stickers. Most of them don't have stickers, but occasionally some of them do. They don't require any tools. They are built in such a way that you can just pop them out of the sprues that they're in instead of having to snip them out. And the instructions are really easy to read. So if you ever see an RX-7A2, which is the Gundam-ass Gundam. That's like the granddaddy Gundam. If you see that out there, it'll probably be like $15 or $10 to put one of those together. And I don't know. I think it's worth trying out. I think the entry grade mobile suits are like worth finding out if this is something that you would be interested in doing. You end up with, this started, like I said, this started as a bunch of sprues with pieces of plastic on it and a couple of trays of stickers, and then suddenly I've got a cool model kit. I have been doing this for so long that I am building kits that I barely recognize, because I've been doing this for a very long time. But like I always said, like, you know, if you have any experience with any of the Gundam shows and you're like, oh, I know that one, I'm going to buy all the stuff from Witch for Mercury because that's the show that I just watched. And then eventually it's like, I didn't watch anything from this show. Like, oh, I don't know anything about this one, but that mobile suit looks cool. I don't care about build fighters. Try, but that mobile suit is very, very cool. Why is this giving me problems? Is this PC-14? That's always a good indication. Did I take out the right number? Yeah, that's PC-14. It's a polycap. I'm putting it in the right direction. I would describe myself as pretty good at model kits, but even you know, I do struggle now and again. It happens. The one thing you don't want to do is force things. You just gotta kind of let it happen. See if it works out. But yeah, this is not tightening together, right? There it goes. There it is. Mechs look cool and building kits seems fun. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy doing it, so I'd say it's worth giving a try. Okay, we got that together. That, for whatever reason, was being annoying, but it's now together. Suicide Squad, the video game, is done in January 2025. They're going to add offline mode, so you can keep playing, but then Rocksteady's going to move on to other things. And Deathstroke. They'll add Deathstroke to the game. So that seems fun. But also, a bummer if you liked Kill the Justice League. But the fourth and final season, even though they originally said there were going to be 6 seasons, it's going to be the end of it. I'll probably talk a bit about Marvel Rivals later in the stream here when we talk about like what y'all been playing, and I'll talk about what I've been playing. But as you may be aware, I very much enjoyed my time with Marvel Rivals. I'm playing a bunch of that. And I'm really, really digging it. And yeah, it's rad. I really, really like Marvel Rivals. I'm really enjoying every bit of that video game. And I'm not the only one. Obviously, it's free to play, but it is 10 million players over launch weekend. And yeah, free to play. It came out on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. It started with like 400,000 concurrent players on the 6th. And its peak at any one time, its peak has been 480,000 streamers, which is a lot. I get the ones I find interesting is crazy about model kits here. Which yeah, I understand. I got to put on one more piece here. I've never seen a Gundam show in full, but I like building robots. Compared to Lego, it's the safer cost for 4 times the time to complete them. Yes, often model kits take longer to complete than Lego. So it's the same cost, yeah. It's the same cost. Yeah, it often is. Although Lego has gone up, and I do expect that in 2025, in 2025, model kits will go up as well, but Lego model kits will go up for stores buying new kits. Older kits probably won't have much of an increase. Lego will certainly see an increase next year. Lashbury says they're welcome. I messed around for like 10 minutes so they can add me to statistic. There you go. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, but a lot of people played it, and that's awesome. Again, we'll talk about that in the second hour. I'm liking it quite a bit. I'm having a good time with Marvel Rivals. My crew, my multiplayer crew, is feeling pretty invested in this one. I think it was nice to play with friends and get a bunch of crew together. And then I did play with randos as well, which I don't do often, but I did play with some randoms, and I had fun with that. I am enjoying Doctor Strange. I'm not great with Doctor Strange, but I do like fucking around with warps. It's fun. I'm having fun with portals with Doctor Strange. Squirrel Girl is fun because she's like a fun shooter. And then also Squirrel Girl has squirrels, and that's fun as well. That's just a fun time. And then, like, I don't know. I've never been in competitive games. I'm usually DPS, a little bit of strategery and DPS. I don't generally mess around with characters that heal, but Cloak and Dagger is a really fun idea that I could see myself trying to get better at. When you are one, you are healing, and you are like throwing heals and doing all that stuff, and then you can switch over to from Cloak to Dagger and then do damage. And the ult is like a big sweeping ult, and that's very fun. And I'm like because there are situations where it's like, well, nobody needs healing right now. We need like a bunch of damage. So like that, it's nice to just feel like you can swap and be competitive. Well, again, I guess I won't talk about it much later. I'll talk about it now because we're just talking, and it's fine. The thing with this game is that if you hear people talking about how this character is broken, and this character is broken, and this character is broken, they almost always are talking about different characters because most of the characters in Rivals are broken. It is a strategy of just like, it's not serious. It is not a serious, like, I don't think they're trying to go for competitive. I think they're trying to get people who are really into these types of games, but also appeal to people that like maybe just like Marvel stuff and the idea of a free-to-play Marvel game is interesting to them. I think they're trying to court like multiple audiences. My buddy Mike, Open Mike Eagle, said that I want to quote him directly because I felt it. Marvel Rivals is unserious Overwatch, and as an Overwatch player, I really appreciate that. And that is what Open Mike Eagle said, and I agree with Mike on that one. It is very like unserious in a way that I can get behind. It's just like, yeah, it's a goofy time. I mean, you can play a shark named Jeff, and people fucking hate Jeff because Jeff is broken. Everybody's broken except the characters that aren't broken. But some of the characters that aren't broken are also broken because they're a little harder to figure out, but you can then do stuff because people write off those characters, and then you can just like win sneaky with those characters. So every character is broken except for the ones that aren't broken, but those characters are also broken. It ends up being a fun bit of business. Yeah, I don't know. I really just enjoy that game and all of its complete and utter fucking nonsense. It's either Marvel or Path of Exile 2 this week. Yeah. I'm not an Exile. I'm not a Path of Exile person, a PoE person, but I know that people are fucking so goddamn psyched for more of that. And so I'm happy that you get that. That rules. Okay. Let me put this backpack that is also a sword and a shield on. Should I put that on? Yeah. I can put that on like this. Goes like that. And that kit is done there. And then I'm going to, I'm going to take some photos, and then we'll pose it. We'll show the various we'll get the sword gun ready to go here. There is a stand for the sword gun, and we'll get that going together too. Photo like that, and then You can see it like this, because yeah, it's going to pop out if I hold it like that. This kit really wants to stand up. All right, all that's left is turning the weapon into various things. Oh, you can put the stand on the back of it, which is nice. There's a video floating around that is Jeff swallowing up the enemy team and jumping off the edge of the map. Yes, there are like a couple different ways of doing that, where you could just like scoop people up and dump them. Doctor Strange can set up a portal right as a team is entering, and then also like hover over just like no man's land and then make it back. There are individual ways to counter that, but not group ways to counter that. But yeah, you can also sweep people up. There are various ways to just be buck wild in that game, and I like that. Yes, Jeff the Land Shark is in the game. Yeah, there are a few characters in there that I'm like, There are a few characters that I'm like, I don't know who that is. And some people are like, oh, I exactly know who that is. And there are a few that like my friend who's really up on this shit was like, hey, Pat, I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know who that is. I don't know I don't know this character. So there are a couple characters that are like, yeah, no, I don't know. Let's see. So there's like that, then you can, yeah. Wait, there's the stand holding the shield. How's the stand hold the weapon? Oh, okay. Oh, you just hold it. You're just gonna build it and then. Doesn't really show me. Knife pop out. Oh yeah, so you can do it like this. And you can take off one of these. And put it on here. Oh, what happened here? One piece. What piece is it? Oh, that comes off the gun here. Got it. Sorry. Yeah, I saw a video of Strange doing the portal right how it spawned. It seems like some real BS. Yes, I haven't been able to do that because I'm not good enough at floating as Doctor Strange to not just wipe myself out. So I haven't focused on that part of being an asshole with the portal. But there are various ways to do it. There certainly are. You can certainly be real. You can be a real jackass with that portal if you want to. Again, I haven't had as much luck as some other people have with that. All right, so yeah, so we can turn the big backpack into a gun here. And then we can put the handle on here. Oops. Yeah, how to get this hand on here? Jeff is one of a bunch of random sharks. He gets adopted by Gwen Stacy, and readers liked him so much they kept him in the comics with regular appearances since they was supposed to be a one-off appearance. Okay. Him being an overpowered player character in the game now is hilarious. Yeah. Okay, so that's where he comes in. He comes from Gwen Stacy. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think when I was playing the beta, I feel like I didn't know who Jeff was and looked him up, but then I didn't remember that from the beta. Okay, I can't figure out how to hold this gun. Well, it's like, oh, okay, there's a piece I didn't put on. That's why, hey, the reason why I couldn't hold the gun is because there's a piece that has to go on there for me to hold, and I didn't put that piece on. It's occasionally an issue with the model kit. I run into an issue with the model kit. Occasionally it is because it wasn't explained well or it wasn't diagrammed well. But generally, I would say if there is a problem with the model kit, it is because I was not fucking paying attention and did something wrong. That is often the problem. And in this case, that was the problem where I never attached the piece that I need to attach. Oops. Okay, so this is all falling apart, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I never attached the part that I need to attach that will give me a handle here so I can hold this gun as a gun. Okay. There we go. And then this gets attached. This. Oh. All right, there we go. So now I can put this in here, like that, and then I can put this on like this. Just gonna pull the handle down. I'll just do it like this, so that way I can get the hand on. Occasionally, kits are a little fidgety. Occasionally. All right, so put like that. The hand doesn't really want to. Oh yeah, this hand doesn't really want to stay on the like that. So I might not be able to pose this with it as a gun. All right, I think I'm not going to be able to pose this because, yeah, it's going to just keep falling off. And I'm not going to sit here and sweat it. I'm not going to sweat about it. I will just move on to a different pose. We'll take an overhead photo. Yeah, because this just keeps popping off, so that's not going to work the way I would like it to. So I will take a photo of this kit with the backpack on, or the part of the backpack on. And we'll take a photo of the two different versions of the back of the weapon. And we'll just do it like that. So we've got gun mode, which we see here. And yeah, so we got the gun mode. Let me take a photo of that. Yeah. Okay. And then I will show you sword mode. These come off. And then these connect like this. And then these go like that. Hell yeah. And so this gun that was also a backpack becomes a giant goddamn sword. And that's good. That's very good. It's very fun. Can I hold this giant sword? Let's see. Let's see if I can hold this sword on this hand here. Can I get that to work? Let's see if I can. If I can, that would be great. If I can't, it's fine. And I'll be okay. But if I can get it to hold it, that would be great. Because we do have a stand that is just for holding the sword up. Because it's too big. So they literally included a stand so we can hold it that way. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Look at this giant goddamn sword. It's so big. Where'd that stand go? I built others. That's nonsense. I love it. I love how big this sword is. Makes no goddamn sense. Oops. Fell over. Again, this sword. It would be weird to posing this. You would need the stand, and you would need this kit to be on its own stand, and it'll be a whole thing. But for this, our purposes here, just gonna take a photo of it like that, and then I will be able to move on to the next thing that we're working on. We just get a photo there. Hell yeah. We did it. This is the completed Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd L. So we have completed that kit. We'll have, I will put this in the pile to display a little later. But yeah, this is a very cool kit. I like big weapons. I like modular weapons. This kit has both of them. It has a big modular weapon, and I'm a big fan of that. Also, orange is not prevalent on model kits, and I really like orange. So it is nice to find a model kit that has some orange in it. That is just a personal preference for your friend Pat that I'm into. So let's see. We can swap to. Let's swap to that because that's the next thing we're working on. The next thing that we will be working on is a Lego set. I'm going to switch gears here, and we are going to work on the Sonic the Hedgehog Lego set. This is Shadow's Escape. This is a small set. It's only 196 pieces. Oh, I'll put it there so you can see. Only 196 pieces, which is not that many. Okay, I got to move some stuff around here. Pardon me. Not that many. So probably on the next time I do a building stream, we'll wrap this up by the next stream, and I'll have to do a poll for my patrons about what I'm building next, because this should not take too long. I have never built anything from Sonic the Hedgehog model kit or Lego set wise. So that feels weird to say out loud because Sonic is so ubiquitous, but it's true. 2 bags here, so we'll go 1 bag at a time. First bag looks to be, oh great. In the first bag we build Shadow. So already this kit understands what the people want. The first thing you do is you build a Shadow the Hedgehog if you are going to do that. I don't think this Lego set does have Shadow on a motorcycle. I don't think this kit gives Shadow a gun, which is a shame. But we can correct that. We can give Shadow the Hedgehog a gun. We have the ability to do that. Is that the reason why I built that knockoff fake-ass Lego set that was the A-Team van that came with assault rifles and guns? No, that's not the reason why I bought that kit. It's the reason why I kept those guns around after completing it, but it's not the reason I bought that, because I knew eventually I would be building a Shadow the Hedgehog. I got this kit from my high school kid, Scissorist fan, who is very into Shadow right now and is excited for the upcoming movie. And yeah, no official gun. But again, we can correct that mistake, Aristofan. Yes, the movie is coming out soon. My buddy Ben is doing promotion all over the world, which is wild and weird. Ben Schwartz, aka the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog, which is just a very weird thing. My one story about Ben that I will share with you right now is that when Ben moved from New York to Los Angeles, he did what a lot of people who moved out to Los Angeles did. He stayed with friends, and he stayed in the living room of my friend Chad. But because he wanted some privacy, there was no way to get privacy in a living room. But what Chad had was a pup tent. So Ben, for the first... Oh, I said Shadow. I meant to say Sonic. Yes, Ben Schwartz is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're going to talk a lot about Shadow the Hedgehog, but Sonic the Hedgehog is voiced by Ben. Keanu Reeves is Shadow, of course. But Ben slept in a pup tent, a little pop-up, like little single-person tent in our mutual friend Chad's living room the first, month that he lived in in LA, before he got settled in his own place and all that, because he was waiting for his first paycheck to come through. Ben moved to Los Angeles to write for later seasons of Robot Chicken. Ben wrote a Zelda, a somewhat infamous Zelda-themed episode or bit in Robot Chicken that got cut from rebroadcast because Nintendo was pissed about it. I don't remember the other things he wrote for that, but I remember he did that. And I think he rewrote some Star Wars stuff, but a lot of people wrote Star Wars stuff for that. Before we get into this build here, I'm going to do a quick truncated version of my Pause for the Cause. Longtime viewers will know what this is. This is my opportunity to chat with you about ways you can support the channel. We had some raiders tonight, and we had some folks stick around. I will truncate this as best I can. Basically, hey, I stream. I love doing that. And I build model kits and Lego sets, which I have to buy. And that is the choice that I made. I could have been a streamer that played one game my entire, just like focus on one game or something and never spend a dime outside of the initial cost. I chose to build model kits and Lego sets because I love doing it. But if you wanted to help me out financially, I'm going to suggest several ways you can do that. First and foremost, you can become a subscriber here. And obviously all this is optional. But yeah, if you're a subscriber already to the Build with Bear workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Subscribing, you don't see ads during the stream. You don't see pre-roll ads. You get some cool emotes. I'll give you a shout out. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. Also, you could gift a sub. You could be the first person in December to gift a sub. My goal is to get to 40 subscribers right now. We're currently at 29. Again, the goal is 40. I shut up about it at 40. If you want to become a subscriber, you could. You could also use your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you get that token. You can use it for anybody, obviously, but if you want to use it for me, that'd be cool. Bits and coins also appreciate it if you want to be part of the cheerleader board. You could do that. Let's see. I'm going to drink a sip of water here because I need it. Excellent. There are other ways to support me financially, and again, I'll get through this pretty fast, and then we'll get back to working on this Lego set. Let's see, what else can I tell you? What can I tell you? Oh yeah, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. Over on my Patreon, you could join there for as little as $1. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. My $10 patrons voted on this Lego set that I'm about to start as the next thing that I build. They'll vote on what I do after that because we're going to complete that during Saturday's stream or by the end of Saturday's stream. So I got to have them vote on something else that I can build. I got a plethora of things that people can work on there. But yeah, check out my Patreon. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Over on my YouTube channel, you can subscribe for free, of course. But if you want to become a member there, for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos a day early. So you get it on Tuesday. So tomorrow, you will get the next video in my ongoing Wednesday series because I put out videos every Wednesday. So it's a little bit for $2 a month to get that. It's just another way to support me. If you're part of the whole membership thing on YouTube. Those are monthly ways to support me. If you want to support me just as like a tip jar, I have a Ko-Fi and I have a PayPal, and you can do that directly. Everything I make from direct donations from YouTube, which includes ad sets. So even if you just want to watch my videos and see some ads, that'll help me out. Through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits and Lego sets. The kit that we completed tonight, the Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd L, that was purchased by me because of y'all. And also this Lego set I picked up, which had been sitting in my wish list for quite some time. And I was like, actually, I just want to build this. It was on sale. I'm going to pick it up. So thank you very much, everybody, for that. Past you is helping out present me. And if you want to help me out in the future, I mentioned I have a wish list. I got an Amazon wish list. If you want to decide what I build next, and not the thing that's being voted for, actually just something that comes off my Amazon wish list, you could buy something and it'll come to me in the mail. I will make a dedicated YouTube video about the thing you purchased, and then it will jump the queue and become the next thing that I build. Over on my wish list, I've got Lego sets, I got model kits, I have inexpensive kits, I have expensive kits. I recently added some new kits that look very cool. There's some gear there if you want to help me out with like new lights or bulbs in this case, or like a new hard drive. So I have a new external drive to put things on to make my life easier. Like you could do that. Obviously, you don't have to do any of that, but if you wanted to, you certainly could. Everything from very inexpensive kits all the way incredibly expensive. Again, dedicated YouTube video about the thing that you purchased, and it'll jump the queue and become the next thing that I build on stream. If you're thinking about getting me a Christmas gift, obviously completely optional, but something to consider. Consider it. My alternative to Amazon, because it's nice to have alternatives, is Throne. So you can go to my Throne wish list if you want to check that out. Feel free to do that. Let's see, what else do we have to tell you about? Oh, the most convoluted way to support me financially is USA Gundam Store. You could go to USA Gundam Store and buy a gift card. They will send you an email with that gift card code. Then you can copy that gift card code and send it to me as a whisper here on Twitch or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon, or I guess you could do that through Twitter while that still is a thing, if you wanted to send me something like that. And then I will buy something from USA Gundam Store. Again, that's the most convoluted way to support me financially. A few people have done that. More people have bought me gift cards to USA Gundam Store that have bought me something off Throne, which is a legit place of business. So that is always an odd thing to me. USA Gundam Store is also legit, but it's just complicated. If you want to join my Discord, I have a Discord where I talk about, I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. My Discord is lovely, and we would love to have you over there if you want to jump in on the Discord. Let's see, what else can I say here? What else can I say? Couple video links for you to check out. I would love if you checked out Pat Baer's Anime Club, my ongoing video series about anime. Today I put up a new episode where I talk about my 2024 awards. I do my own little award show with such important categories as biggest disappointment personal, best initial D reference, most likely to be, what is it? Yeah, I think it's like most obviously based on a light novel. Just various little categories, some silly things. It's my little quote unquote award show. So check out that video. I just posted it today. Love to see you checking that shit out. And then Kuma Baer. Kuma Baer is my weekly anime recommendation series that I post as a short. In under a minute, I tell you in this video all about the wonderful anime that is known as Slam Dunk, a seminal work of basketball sports anime that changed Japan for the better, that maybe doesn't have the love it deserves here in the United States, but is fucking quality. And you can watch all of it. You can watch every episode for free. Obviously, you'd see some ads if you don't have YouTube Premium, but it's on YouTube. So if you want to watch there. And Toei, it's on Toei's official website, and legitimately you can watch it. It is not like, oh yeah, somebody uploaded it and nobody cares. Like, no, it's legit upload. All right, so what's going to happen here? I did not watch the most recent episode of Ranma 1/2. I got busy, so I didn't get the chance to watch that. So I will do my review on Saturday of it, or next week. I think I'll do a double episode next week. I think that's what I'll do. I'll wait a week and do back-to-back Ranma 1/2 updates. But I do have a manga that I want to talk to you about. So I'll talk about this manga that I liked. We'll get into working on some Lego here and doing some knolling and all that. So we'll do that. And before I do that, I need to dramatically transition to the overhead camera and have some water. And we'll do that right now. Excellent. Let me open this bag and try not to make too much noise as I open it. There we go. Bag opened. Little bag also opened. So I am going to do the process of knolling, where I'm going to take all of this, all of these pieces here, and I'm going to separate them by color. And I'm double checking the bags, make sure I don't have any extra pieces in there. Yes, thank you. I do like to do the dramatic transition. First, let's build Shadow. Let's just build Shadow right here. Boom. Shadow the Hedgehog. And then it's important to give Shadow the Hedgehog a gun. And in fact, we'll give Shadow the Hedgehog 2 pistols. And now Shadow has 2 guns. We did it, everybody. We gave Shadow guns. Because it's important that Shadow the Hedgehog has guns. There we go. They can really see it. Shadow's got guns, y'all. It felt necessary to do. I have other guns somewhere from a Lego knockoff of the A-Team van. Came with some guns. That makes sense. So I'm going to null bag one here. I'm going to separate by color just to make my life easier so I can find the pieces that I need better. Some people like to just build like this, or they'll build out of a bowl or something like that, but I like to separate the pieces. And as I was separating these pieces, I'm going to talk to you about an anime that I would suggest maybe you want to check out. Sorry, a manga, I should say. We're not doing an anime review tonight. We're doing a quick manga review of the Another World Demon King Successor. This is the story of a dude who got summoned. That's right, it's an isekai. This dude gets summoned to another world because they're like, our world is in peril. These goddamn demons are here and they're fucking all our shit up and we need help. And so the Saintess of the kingdom summoned our guy and is just like, we need your help. We would love for you to like come and help us out if you can. And he's just like, I mean, all right. So he trains. He works really hard. Over a year, he's just like growing. He's getting closer with the Saintess. They've grown closer. And you know, they're maybe falling in love, but at least they have a good camaraderie. And then it comes down to, all right, it's fucking time to fight Demon Lord Leon. And our dude Asato is like, shit, I'm defeating the Demon Lord. I'm doing this. Maybe I'll be able to go home, or like this world will be at peace and I'll feel good. The people we met along the way will be be able to rebuild. Everything's going great. And then he gets attacked from behind by Anna, who wants the king and him to die together. But he manages to survive because the Demon Lord, the Demon King, I should say, protects him, which is wild and weird. And why would that happen? And it's like, okay, yeah, all right, sure. And then it's just like, okay, now kind of restart your life on the side of the demons, because guess what? The demons are pretty cool and pretty chill. So now I guess I'm going to hang out with the demons. It's, how do I put this? Totally fun. It's a fun, fine isekai adventure. It's like pacing, I think, is totally acceptable. There's some comedy in it, which is, welcome. It's always nice to have a little bit of comedy in there. Yeah, it's like totally a like reasonable, fun, kind of like goofy show. It's also very horny. I should say that is important to recognize that it's unbelievably horny of a thing. But very cool. I think right now I have read 10 chapters of it, and I would describe it as when chapter 11 becomes available, I'll read that too. Is it like my favorite manga that's out there? Hell no, it's certainly not. But it is like, I think, like enjoyable. What I've read of it is enjoyable. I think it's fun of him like trying to figure out like how to be a demon. There's an inner conflict among the demons, and he's got to help out. And just like mostly like pretty straightforward. But yeah, of course, they're like the new Demon Lord has a path, or like him wanting to support the Demon Lord makes a lot of sense. And then like he does want revenge, but he doesn't want like full revenge. It's not grim dark, I'll say that. Sometimes these revenge stories are very grimdark, and like it is about revenge, but it's mostly just about like finding the place where he belongs, that kind of thing. And it's like pretty fun. Also, we get to see him just be Eventually, he does get to be a pretty good badass, and that's fun as well. Like, you get to see him, like, be fun and funny and also kick some ass, and that's always appreciated in my manga. And you get to do see some people who, like, were definitely using him in the past who now, like, think that he's a traitor because they don't realize that he got betrayed anyway, or they don't care. But he does get to have some revenge in there. And again, there is revenge, but it's not like grim, dark revenge. It's pretty light revenge. And that's, some people like the grim, dark. They want that. They want the twisted, like, revenge fantasy stuff. That's not necessarily my jam. It's not what I'm all about, but I do understand why people like that. I prefer when Isekai is very lighthearted and doesn't take itself too seriously. Just a fun little adventure. They often have ridiculous premises too. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the lighthearted adventure stuff I think is fun. I mean, I'm the one that recommended, Adventuring While Raising Kids from last season, which is a lovely little show about a guy that gets reincarnated and immediately meets a set of twins that need a father figure, or in this case, a big bro. And so they go on adventures, and they don't really need any help, but it's nice to have someone that cares about them in their lives. And they have a bunch of cute familiars that join the party. They just got a bunch of new friends that joined. And they just have adventures and have a good time. And, like, eventually they'll probably meet their dad, who does not know that they exist. But right now they're having a good time with their good bro, eating fun foods. One of the things about that one, the Adventuring While Raising Kids, is that it is a tried and true thing in Isekai where Japan has great food, and when you go to another world, you end up remaking that food. And in this case, this fantasy world is like, yeah, we don't really eat for pleasure, but you've made this food taste so good that he's kind of causing a revolution in that world. But the gods are very excited about that because they're like, yeah, cuisine got really stilted, and so it's awesome that you care about cuisine. It's just like a fun little twist. That one I enjoy. This one, again, is more of an action thing with some goofiness. But so yeah, I'm saying pretty good. I would recommend it. If you want a manga with a big boobed demon king, you can enjoy it. I think the Another World Demon King Successor's pretty good. It's a pretty all right manga. So that's my recommendation. Again, did not watch the most recent episode of Round 1.5. I've been going through and kind of giving summaries of each episode. I will talk about that probably next week. I'll do a double dose for next Monday. I do want to remind folks, just as a reminder, as we get into actually finally starting to build this Lego set, that, hey, I will be streaming tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays is when I do something that is not model kit building. So you're welcome to come hang out on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern with me as I play, or as I'll run some simulations in WWE 2K24. Some CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K24. I have a bunch of good stuff queued up. I always try to add a lot of creator wrestlers, the Cause. We have a whole league and a bunch of belts. We're introducing a new title tomorrow. So we'll do that. I don't get why Lego doesn't give Shadow a gun in this. He already had one when he was in the Lego Dimensions game, and even Star Wars sets have blasters. My guess is because whatever source this is, he doesn't have a gun in that. Shadow doesn't really have a gun all the time. It's just he's famous for having a gun in certain things. So that's my assumption, is just like whatever this is supposed to be based on, this like motorcycle escape, he didn't have a gun in that scene. So that's just my guess. That they weren't like morally opposed to giving it to him. It just didn't make sense for this particular vignette that they're doing. That's my guess anyway. even if he does famously have a gun in a thing. So my stream tomorrow, again, the WWE 2K24 stream, I am introducing a new title with 8 new competitors vying for a new title. And a bunch of DLC, because we didn't look at a bunch of characters from the international pack, and we haven't looked at any of the WCW pack. The WCW DLC came out at the end of last month and features Diamond Dallas Page, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect, the Great Muta, and the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik barely wrestled in WCW, so that's a weird addition. Mr. Perfect did, but as Kurt Hennig, not Mr. Perfect, so it's weird to call him that. Great Muta certainly appeared in WCW. And of course, Diamond Dallas Page and Luger were there. Diamond Dallas Page, more famous for that. Luger certainly made a name for himself in both companies. But it is a little weird that they're like, yeah, and Mr. Perfect. Yeah, come on. But yeah, we'll do an international pack. I've got a couple new nightmarish characters, creator wrestlers that just look awful and look like goddamn nightmares. I got a few new ones of those. So if that's the thing you really like to see on my streams, you'll see that. The current champion of the Extreme Worldwide belt, which is the division for all of the nightmarish characters that I've downloaded. Our current champion, Duck Nukem. It's Duke Nukem, but a duck. Is taking on 3 new challengers that are nightmares in their own little way. And of course, our champions, Arasu Endo, who is a real wrestler from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, defending the NXT Women's Championship against Tegan Nox, who is a real wrestler that was this fall released from WWE. And Colossus from the X-Men is defending the new champion. He's recent champion. He is defending against Ichiban, who is the Money in the Bank winner. Ichiban from Like a Dragon. He's the current challenger for the title. But yeah, so that's tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Reminder, folks, as I'm talking about my schedule for this week, no stream this Thursday. I normally stream on Thursdays. I will not be streaming this Thursday. I am observing the Game Awards, and by observing, I mean I am not counter streaming for the Game Awards. Do I think that everyone who watches my streams is going to watch that instead? No, but statistically, a bunch of you will. And last year, I did a stream against the Game Awards and had nobody watching, and that's demoralizing. So I'm just going to take the Thursday off. I probably won't watch it. We'll talk about the results on Saturday and the winners and of the categories and all that. And we'll be mad that Pekara didn't win Streamer of the Year because she probably isn't going to win Streamer of the Year. But we'll chat about the Game Awards and all that on Saturday and the winners and stuff like that. But yeah, I just and we'll talk about some anime stuff on Saturday as well. But I did want to make sure that I said that because I normally stream on Thursdays and I'm very good about keeping my schedule. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I'm going to go to bed now. It's getting very late, 4:30 a.m. That is late. And I streamed for 6 hours earlier, so I really need to rest. I hope you enjoy the rest of your stream. I had a lot of fun. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hitting the follow. Appreciate that. And for chatting and talking. And all the people that came in from Witch Among the Flowers, all of the raiders that stuck around. It's very kind of you. We will raid at the end of this stream. We got about another 25 minutes left of the stream, and we will raid at the end of it. Because we always do end every stream with a raid, and I will take you to a good place with a great streamer. That is my promise to you. But yeah, we're working on the bike here. Now is the part of the stream where I would like to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? What's going on with you and gaming? I'm always interested to hear what y'all got going on. I Again, the game that I have been playing the most, as I said, is Marvel Rivals. Really enjoying Marvel Rivals. Can't wait to play more of that. I believe I'll be playing some tomorrow afternoon with some friends, and probably definitely over the weekend. My multiplayer crew is like very psyched about having this game and having it be something that everyone can play, because we haven't had a game together like since we stopped regularly playing Halo. We haven't had a game that everyone is psyched about. Some of us have been playing some things together, consistently, but this one we're all very excited that we get to play it together. So I'm gonna get a session in tomorrow afternoon, I believe, and that will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. While I continue building this. But yeah, you want to throw in chat what you're working on. You play any video games? You see any movies this weekend? You do anything fun? Did you go do some holiday stuff? Today we set up the Christmas. So we have an artificial tree that we set up in the living room. I talked about this before, but yeah, I got an artificial tree we set up in the living room. My folks, for the last couple of years, have gotten a real tree that we set up in our screened-in porch. And that has been really fun to do because there are people across the way that can see the lights at night, and it's very fun. So today I set that up. We got one it's not that big, but it's like bigger than previous years. So I got that set up, got that on a stand, and got that all situated and ready to go there. And so I'm excited to have that together, so that the folks can decorate it. But yeah, got that together. Excited about that. I had a meeting with my D&D crew. Not all of us are sticking around as far as playing a new game because our D&D campaign ended. Our most recent campaign did end, but we're having conversations about some of us sticking together, and we're going to do a bunch of one-shots because there are members in the group who have never played anything but D&D. And in fact, two members of the group, this is the only group they've ever played with. So we're having conversations about, like, do we want to continue? Well, what would that entail? Do we want to try something else? And so I'm going to be running a game of Fiasco, which I love Fiasco. I love running that. And one of our members is very nervous about that because she's just like, I don't do acting, I don't do character work, I don't do improv. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine and fun, and you're with a great group of people. So we're going to try it out. And basically, we're going to try out a bunch of stuff and see if we want to do another D&D session, or if we want to just jump to trying a bunch of different games, or if we want to just do one-shots for a while. I mentioned that our DM is getting married, so they are very busy with that, and they're cutting back on the various games that they run, which is understandable. Totally understand it. Totally get it. Even if we kind of had to call our game a little early, and then one member of the group is just way too busy. And so she is bowing out for a while. So the rest of us, and we might add one new person, but we're just going to run games for ourselves and see how that goes. And I'm looking forward to that because this is very creative for me. This is a creative endeavor, right? The videos I make are very creative. I just added a new series that is kind of like sporadic, but still a series. Like, I still get a lot of creative fulfillment of doing that, but D&D and the various other tabletop games that I play is like a side of my creativity I get to express that I don't in video format. And so I always look forward to having those opportunities because, like, they're few and far between to just be like a character and run through that. Or in this case, upcoming, running a game for friends. Because I've mentioned a bunch of times, I have the collective that I'm a part of. And so I do get to do some creative expression that way. But it's just nice to every once in a while get to do something really goofy here and there. and sometimes silly, or just like creative and fun. So yeah, I love doing that. I love having the opportunity to do that. I'm looking forward to being able to do more of that in the future. Always makes me happy. Let me read what y'all have been writing as I continue to start putting together this section of the motorcycle. Looks like we're going to do most of this motorcycle here, and then the rest of it is the thing the duck is going to be in, and then also the containment unit that we were trapped in because we're escaping on our motorcycle. I don't know the lore of what's happening in this set. Let's see. Lord Crash says, I started Breaking Bad, and boy did I forget how the show starts, though I didn't forget about the unfortunately disgusting part where Walt and Jesse have to get rid of a dealer that tries to kill them. That gets really messy. Yes. I haven't watched Breaking Bad in a really long time, but yeah, some of that is rough, and we kind of forget about that here and there. But yeah, messy is the right word for that scene. Yeah. On My Broken Wing says, haven't been playing any games really, but been reading the Dan manga, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I've been waiting for the anime season to end before I start digging into the manga, because I was aware of the manga, I just never read it, and so now I'm like, I should probably wait because I don't want to like get ahead of the anime and then start comparing the two. I kind of just want to enjoy the experience that I'm currently having with it, and then later I'll see if I was fucking wrong about everything or whatever. But right now I'm really enjoying the anime. So Lashbrook says, oh no, sorry, Aristofan says, I'm still poking around in Infinity Nikki. Indie is very tempting, but I need to resub to Game Pass. You would need to resub to Game Pass. Yeah, and maybe, Aristofan, this holiday season is the right time to go back to Game Pass. I don't know. Maybe there's enough content out there for you to be like, yeah, all right, I'll check this out. It might be the right time to go back to Game Pass to play some Indiana Jones. But I'm glad you're still having some fun with Infinity Nikki. I should check that out at some point. But I got Marvel Rivals, and I got Hearthstone, of course. Still actively playing Hearthstone. Still having a good time in Hearthstone. I got a degenerate deck that I very much enjoy right now. That's a lot of fun. Lashberg says, I've been playing a bunch of that indie game. I think my gamer instincts to just explore places is kind of backfiring on me, as I've had multiple times went and explored places that I had to revisit in the story, like the Tomb of Nicholas V. That ray tracing is really beautiful, even on Xbox. Nice. Yeah, I think that I need to see every part of this can sometimes backfire on you. Okay, so these are going to be the handlebars. I want you to look at these handlebars that we're going to attach here. These are definitely paint rollers, right? Like, these are definitely paint rollers that we are going to use as handlebars, right? Like, I'm not crazy, but like, we put them in here and they become handlebars. But these are definitely paint rollers, like, right? I'm not wrong. I love that. I love the reuse that sometimes you see in these kits. But these are great for a motorcycle. They'll look perfect for that. And then we just need to put this here, and we have built ourselves a motorcycle. We got a motorcycle for our Shadow. Shadow can ride this motorcycle. We can take these guns away, and then Shadow can sit on this motorcycle and ride. And then put the hands in the handlebars there. But yeah, I've been really having a good time this week with Hearthstone. There's a couple new decks that just really kick my ass, but one of my degenerate decks, when it works, it fully counters some of the shitty meta decks that people are playing, because people are always going to be playing shitty meta decks because that's unfortunately part of the world of Hearthstone. But I'm still having a good time when I get my silly games in. All right, so we're gonna give Shadow his guns back, And we'll get over there. I think you're right. Lego made roller skates one time, and they used them as decoration in a ton of sets. The buds on the Bondi tree are pink frogs. Yeah, a lot of times they do recycle stuff and reuse it, and I think that's neat. The lightsabers, the hilt of the lightsaber, are often used in other kits because they have a lot of those lightsabers. So they often use them in other kits there, which I think is perfect. All right, so we have Sonic on his motorcycle, and now we're building some sort of robot armadillo-looking thing or something that is piloted by a little duck. So we'll do a little bit of that tonight. I don't know if we'll finish it. We'll definitely be finishing this kit on Saturday, so I will do a poll sometime this week, towards the end of the week, about what I should do on Saturday, because I'll have to start something new, because there's not a lot of Lego in this box, so this bag, so we'll definitely finish that on Saturday, and we'll have something new to work on from the backlog. And I gotta buy new stuff out of the backlog. I gotta add new stuff to my backlog queue. Which I will do. I got to refill the coffers a bit. But there are 2 kits that I bought like a while ago. They're older kits, but I would like to build those. But they just don't win the polls. I don't win my $10 polls, but people want the new stuff. And which makes sense. It's timely to build this Shadow the Hedgehog kit. And again, this is the first time I've built anything from Sonic the Hedgehog series. So building Shadow is fun, but yeah, this is the first time I've done anything. They're only really Lego sets, so as far as I know, there aren't model kits for Sonic. I don't think there's a Sonic kit. There's a lot of Mega Man stuff, but I don't think there's a Sonic kit. There might be, and I might just be misremembering, but I don't think there are. Again, tomorrow's stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. Running CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K24. I don't play the game myself. I just have the CPU fight the CPU. It's a good time. I got a bunch of nonsense stipulations. We're going to do a 8-woman rumble. So that'll be our battle royale kind of, 8-woman rumble for the HoloLive Championship. That's right. It's long overdue that I put some HoloLive creator wrestlers in the game, now that I know who a lot of them are. I have 8 that I have downloaded and put in there. They range from, this is excellent, look, this looks like dead on, to, I mean, I can tell who that is. But I included them, some of my faves. I actually had to narrow it down to 8, because 8 is the most you can do for a Rumble. If I did a Gauntlet or the Royal Rumble, I could do more, but a Rumble, like a Battle Royale, I should say, the Battle Royale introduces everybody, whereas the Rumble does like 2 out, and then the other characters don't get introduced, and I don't like that, so that's right, it's a Battle Royale. So I did have that. That'll be silly. And again, some of the DLC packs, we'll look at some of those wrestlers. And then we'll also look at a couple new characters. A Pokemon, which are all in the Nightmare division, always look like nightmares when people try to turn wrestlers into Pokemon. That always looks awful. And yeah, some other characters doing some stuff. And a couple creator wrestlers that the last time I did one of these streams, I never got around to including them. When I did a fundraising stream, because when I do the fundraising things, that means that people can make suggestions of what I'm doing in the game, and so we didn't get to all of the characters that I wanted to include. So we'll finally get Jill Valentine and Yuka Sakazaki and Palm Harajuku in there. The palm looks fucking terrible, but I did want to include it because I like having Palm and Yuka are real wrestlers. Jill Valentine, not a real wrestler. Shocking, I know. Jill Valentine, not a real wrestler, just a creator wrestler in the game. Oh, this is a throwback piece. Y'all. Space-themed kits. would have these to be like boosters on booster rockets. On any spacecraft would have this piece. This piece is a part of my childhood and young adulthood is this piece. This and the one piece, like a piece like this, but instead of this bar, it's like would be lasers. It's like 2 straight lines. That piece was in every space kit, but this kit is in so many of those. Wild. This just gave me like such a nostalgia boost. We're doing that to build this robotic thing. Again, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this little thing is, but we'll build some of it now. But yeah, I don't quite know what we're building here, but it's got eyes. We're building some kind of robotic animal that is piloted by a living animal, which is weird, but I don't hate it. I don't hate that. It's weird, but I like it. So this goes on here. Then this goes like this. Yeah, same nostalgia. Yeah, Aristovan. Yeah, you get it. Aristovan gets it. All right, we'll continue working on this part here, and then I'll take a photo of Sonic and his guns, and then we will continue this build on, and then do the other parts on Saturday. Saturday is my next build stream, but again, it is not my next stream. My next stream is tomorrow, but that's WWE 2K24. That'll be that tomorrow, so I hope you come and hang out for that. Thank you, everybody that came by the stream tonight. If you were here for the first time, or if you're here all the damn time, of course, thank you. Congratulations and thank you. We are going to raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find someone doing some cool shit and go hang out with them. No stream on Thursday. Next build stream's on Saturday. But right now, we are going to go hang out with Mary Kish. Mary Kish, we always stream Mary streams because she's on Monday. She's got a great crew. She's playing Silent Hill 2. And so if you're not vibing with Silent Hill 2, I understand why if you don't want to come along on this raid. But Mary rules. Her community is so great. So come along on this if you'd like. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, some wrestling video game, and then no stream on Thursday, stream again on Saturday. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. Consider coming back another time. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.